This is my dog Skunk. We've been together for going on 13 years now. He has been with me through all kinds of crazy rough life transitions. And as you can probably see from the way he's walking, things are getting a little hard for him. Grew up my whole life with dogs. He's by far the best dog I ever had. Like, it's an Australian Shepherd. His fur is short because we trim him in the summer because he gets so hot. And all you Aussie people who are going to say you don't need to do that, like, please, don't need to hear it. Dogs pant whenever they're hot. And whenever we clip him, he has no need to pant. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, been together a long time. He's been through me through many rough times. Loyal and faithful as they come. Actually, probably the most loyal and faithful creature I've ever met in my life. His sole purpose in life seems to be to guard the family. He's been a good dog for Jake. I actually got him as a puppy whenever Randy was overseas, and then whenever Randy came home, we split up. And whenever we got back together, Randy's not a huge dog guy, but this dog has won him over. And they are best buddies now. So I'm just trying to spend as much time with him as I can. He's getting older and it's getting harder for him to get around. The arthritis is really bad. He has to take special medication, and just don't know how much longer I'll have him. Life expectancy on these dogs is about 15 years. He'll be 13 in October. So I'm hoping he's with me for a while longer. Because, man, he's a good dog. Skunk. Skunk. Oh, yeah. He's a handsome fellow. Those are the kind of things in life you can't take for granted. You have to understand that the people you love and the animals you love, we're all here for a finite amount of time, and the Lord decides how long we're going to be here and when we go. And that's been a hard lesson for me because I get aggravated easy, and I'm not always the most pleasant person to be around. And I've had to learn that lesson the hard way, that you better be nice to everybody and take full advantage of the people and the animals that you love while you have them, because they could be gone way too soon. So we're taking this walk. We're down in this little park from my mom and dad's place, Mountain Home, Arkansas. And it's got, I don't know, 2.5 miles of hiking trails. Maybe a little bit more, but had tons of rain. The Ozarks have been super rainy this year. And this pond is normally just an adorable little pond. As you can see, it's really flooded. See the water going under the bridge there. And they're calling for a bunch more rain. So I don't know where that's going to get us. But look at how beautiful it is here. I know I'm doing a lot of pictures and videos of just what looks like woods and grass. And for those of you that live in this, you know, you're probably like, all right, enough already. But man, I just came from 6 years in Las Vegas, like in the middle of the Mojave Desert. And the desert has its own beauty, don't get me wrong. But my soul is alive here. This is where I grew up. Not here, I grew up in the eastern Ozarks in Missouri, but I grew up as a little kid, like from the age of 4.5 on, just running the woods. We lived way out in the country, and like my playground was an old creek Deep Creek. I think that was the name of the bigger tributary, and then there was a little tributary that ran across from our house. And if I wasn't in school, I was in the creek, in the woods, the meadows with the wildflowers and the butterflies. And some people thrive on the city. I don't thrive on the city. I thrive in this. And I'm so grateful and thankful to be back. Got to a point in where this little creek flows into the pond, and it was too deep for me to get through. I got my big wader boots on, but they ain't that big. So we're doing a little cross country fording the stream here so we can get across. Woo! Come on! Skunk says, nope, I want to go for a swim. You see him? He just had surgery a couple of days ago, so he's still got some wounds I'm a little worried about. They're healing up nice, but you know, you got to be careful. Come on! Come on, dog! Come on, old man! I'll get ahead of him. If he sees me, he'll come. Come on! You can do it! Come on! Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good job, buddy. It's funny because when I was in Vegas learning real estate and doing real estate and started to get pretty good at it, not great. I didn't want to put in that much effort. I was way too happy helping Randy do construction to want to be fully invested in real estate, but I enjoyed it. I liked helping people. But man, I started to get really covetous, right? Like I wanted the big $500,000, $700,000 house and the pool and all that crap. And we're gonna go back the other way, but I just wanted to see how bad this puddle is. Oh, I think we can cross here. Yeah, and then Randy and I started doing really good and making a lot of money, and I realized, you know what? That's not what I want at all. I don't want to be trapped in a city. I don't want to be in Suburbalon. I want to be back at my roots. I want to be out in the country. Small town America. That's what makes me happy. That's what makes my soul sing. And fortunately, I married a boy who grew up on a farm, and he was feeling the same way. And so here we are. And it just feels really good to be back. Really, really good. Like amazingly good. Except for right now I have like a bug down my shirt and that's not feeling so good, but we'll work on that. Yeah, so I started to get really angry. Like I was just angry all the time and frustrated all the time, and I hated dealing with these people who it was all about money and hustle, and that's all they valued. They didn't care if you were a good person, if you were honest. They didn't care if they cheated the system. It was just money, 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 hustle, hustle, hustle. I don't like that. That's not what I value. And you know, I believe in a God who expects us to behave ourselves. And so when I realized I was angry more than I was happy, that's when I had to have a conversation with the hubs and say, hey, it's time we get out of the city. Man, are we loving it. And it's not super easy. Like we're struggling a little bit trying to find a place, and we wanted to rent for a while because we wanted to get a lay of the land. And there's some struggles with that, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's good to be with family. It's good to be where everything is green. It's good to feel at peace again.